Hello everyone, this is Tala bin Ahmed. I'm the District Director of District 122 TC 2021-22, and today I'm going to give you some tips and tricks about judging an evaluation contest. Now, evaluation is the crux of Toastmasters. Without evaluation, a Toastmasters meeting or a speech does not have any meaning. Therefore, it is very important for us to establish the norms of evaluation not only for contests but in our club meetings as well. It is very important that we should set a certain standard, a certain bottom line about how we should judge evaluations. So, first of all, analytical quality clear and focused. 40 marks. Now, what does that tell you? That tells you that the speaker has 2 to 3 minutes to listen to their evaluation, and they should be conveyed the points in such a manner that they should absorb them, they should be able to understand them. I know many evaluators who are amazing at their job, but they have no hope of winning an evaluation contest. Why? Because in those 3 minutes they cram so much information that you should have done this, you should have done this, I like this, I like that. They speak fast and they bombard the speaker with too much data. And you know what? In a club meeting, it is acceptable because the speakers are also getting a written evaluation. But keep in mind, in a contest, speakers are not getting a written evaluation, and that makes all the difference. So rather than looking for quantity, we should look for quality and clarity. Remember these words, quality and clarity. 3 to 4 points of admiration, appreciation, and 3 to 4 stretch goals. They are enough. A speech has an infinite number of good points and improvement areas. You cannot convey all of them in 2 to 3 minutes. And even if you do, what will happen to the speaker? Will they understand? So, dear judges, the first trick to appreciate this point, analytical quality should be clear and focused, is to put yourself in the shoes of the speaker. What if I was the speaker and I was being evaluated? Would this evaluation make sense to me? So judge by that. A few points, constructive points, clear points, well focused. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is what we should look for. Secondly, recommendations. Positive, specific, helpful. Do you see the word honest here anywhere? Do you see the word ruthless anywhere? Do you see the word do you see any negativity here? No. What this means is that the ballots expects us to be positive and helpful all the time. Even if a speaker is positive and helpful for 90% of the time and negative and unhelpful 10% of the time, you are free to give them 0 marks here. Why? I've seen evaluators who evaluate and they give the speaker their wish list. That I wish you would have done this, I wish you would have done that. The words I wish should ring alarm bells. As an evaluator, you're not authorized to rewrite a speaker's speech. You're not authorized to change their thinking. You're not authorized to tell them that they should have done a different speech. No. You should remain within the scope of the speech. You should assume that this was the only speech that could have been delivered by the speaker, and then frame your recommendations according to that. So that covers the positive and helpful part. Enhance the speech, enhance the speaker. Don't change them. Don't replace them with something that is your ideal of a good speech. I know that's very hard to do. I often fail at that too many times. but it is our job to try for this. Now, the specific part. How to be specific? What we should look for in specific recommendations? The specific recommendations are crystal clear. You should have had more vocal variety. Or rather, it would be good, or I felt that a bit more vocal variety here. Now, a bit more is good, but a bit more is vague. So you should demonstrate them. That maybe when you said, "Oh Lord," you could have said, "Oh Lord." Be specific. Be specific about what you want speaker to do. If you're not clear in your mind about what needs to be done, you have no right to convey that to the speaker. Please, I repeat that. If you're not clear about your recommendation, what you actually want the speaker to do, you have no right to convey that recommendation to the speaker. Please be specific. Please be tangible. Please be more precise about what you want the speaker to do. And once an evaluator does that, of course, they score high marks in the specific portion. Technique: sympathetic, sensitive, motivational. Cast your mind back to what I said about it a few minutes ago. If an evaluator is positive and helpful 90% of the time, and negative and pessimistic and ruthless 10% of the time, they have not fulfilled this brief. And this is why technique requires you to be sympathetic, sensitive, motivational. Again, no mention of the word honest, no mention of the word ruthless, no mention of the word or expression take no prisoners. No, you're not there to judge a speaker, you're there to elevate a speaker. One of my mentors and a very good friend says that when a speaker is standing there and you are evaluating, think of them as your loved one, as your brother, sister, spouse, parent, or child, and speak to them as if you would speak to a loved one. Now, that should be the criteria for sympathetic, sensitive, motivational. The evaluation should not scare the speaker away. Put yourself in the shoes of the speaker. How would you feel about this evaluation? If there's even a slight tinge of negativity, you're free to deduct marks. And finally, summation. Most of you know that contests are won and lost on summation. And summation is not just that cliched sentence that all in all you deserve to go higher. You delivered a great speech, but if you implement the improvement areas that I pointed, you will elevate your speech further, or you will turn it into a contest winning speech. First of all, why be so presumptuous? Every speaker's target is not to compete in a contest. Our target is to inspire our audience, be it a contest or a club meeting or even our home. So please don't be presumptuous about what the speaker wants to do with the speech. You have no right to decide for them whether they should make it into a contest speech or not. So that is not a summation. The expressions all in all, or summarily, or I will sum up, or I will conclude, does not a summation make. What is a summation? A summation is, I loved your speech, it was delivered passionately, it really, really struck a chord with the audience, it had good vocal variety, eye contact, etc. etc. If only it had more movement or gestures, or maybe you could have, if only it had a better utilization of the space, it would be an even better speech. That is a proper summation. You recap the points that you said. It's right there in the explanation. The judging criteria is how the evaluator concludes the evaluation. The conclusion should briefly summarize the evaluator's comments and suggestions and be positive and encouraging. So that is your evaluation. That is the bottom line. That is what you should look for in an evaluation speech before thinking about placing them on the podium. Thank you so much, everyone.